And we're here. This hand is weird. Wish our opponent good luck. It's only the nice thing to do. So here's the thing about this hand. We are on the draw and we have all of our colors. We actually hit all but one of our mountains. This hand is not exactly keepable, so I'm not saying I'm correct, but I am going to keep it. I don't think it's completely unreasonable. We do draw a card every turn of the game, and it's likely that we draw a non-land most turns. And that's good news for us. So then we need to decide, is it right to play out this and suit it up, or this first? And I think the answer is this, then suited up with this. It happens a turn faster, so, or several turns faster actually. So if we send this out, we can get in for more damage theoretically early on, but we will probably draw less cards in the future. And that really depends on what colors he's playing, but and our opponent is thinking, likely because we took a long time to think, to play that one land and pass. Our opponent is trolling us. We unintentionally trolled our opponent. They left the room. They were like, screw this guy. This took forever to play an island. I'm done. I'm done with this game. Concede. I wish. Let's take some time to drink some fluids. All right. We're moving right along to the main phase. Ooh. Aggressive start from the opponent. Passing. So now, okay. Now the Nimbus Naiad is actually just like not an option for us to play out. Instead, ooh, that Voyaging Satyr is, well, that Voyaging Satyr is awkward, is what it is. If we had that last turn, we could maybe have a game against this guy. As it is, this seems really, really terrible for us, but what are you gonna do? I can imagine ripping Kiora and just winning. That seems like a reasonable thing. Kiora, win. That's how sealed works, right? That's how you do it. Rip your bomb, win. Our opponent might be double queuing. I'm tempted to pause it after I do anything, but let's not. Let's not and have the video be unnecessarily long. Well, I mean, the upside to that is this came off a turn sooner, so it added one less counter than it probably would have on any other creature. The downside to that is he's ramping very, very quick. Oh, God. Alright, so that's an okay draw. We already have 4 mana. 5th isn't terrible. I'm comfortable with this. Comfortable playing this. Whoops. Cast this. Boom. Oh, cancel. We gotta do this first. Boom. Alright. The sad thing about this is, like, once we get this up in the air, we're probably just blocking. And our opponent just has a handful of action. This deck seems incredible to me so far. Can't really beat that start. This is making me want all the bounce spells, the Retraction Helixes, over the Vortex Elemental and the Gorgon whatevers. I could imagine taking this game back with our flyers, though. And I imagine they would have used some sort of thing to put on this before combat if they had it. So... Well, let's... For the sake of maximizing mana, I suppose here's this Nimbus Naiad. They offer the same amount of power. Also, no, yeah, this is fine. I was about to say I probably should have gotten the land first off of this, then played a land to conceal what was in my hand a little bit more. But there's a time to do that and a time to respect your opponent's board. And I think that time is now. I need to block or I'm dead. So saving this for later is just better. I need to block and then untap, use this. So that's what's happening right now. My opponent does not like this play, or is doing jumping jacks every time I play a card. Yeah, and it's kind of, I don't know, like it's kind of sad that our, I feel the game state right now is one of, like, we hope to rip a bomb and there's not really much else to say about it, but I don't know. Like, I wish it wasn't that. I wish it was like, oh man, we can do this, 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 and this, and if we do this in the correct order, then maybe our opponent, like, will lose some advantage. Alright, they have something weird at the end of turn. I don't like this at all. Could be destroy... Is that... The spell might not be too... I was thinking destroy target enchantment for, like, and gain 3 life was... Okay, this is frightening. Alright, Alright, I feel like I have to block here. Because here's the deal, like, oh, I think they have it. They have something. What? You know... Oh, I see. They're pumping them. Alright, so I am actually just dead. I'll just skip. Because I'm very, very dead. Yep. So, yeah, and I'm still, like, I think our hand was reasonable in the end, and I don't think that we lost anything by, like, keeping that huge hand of lands. We did draw mostly non-lands, and I think, you know, while it was slow, it wasn't bad. They just had an extremely fast start to begin with. So what I'm saying is I don't feel that I made any, like, glaring errors. It was just, like, sometimes you cannot do things when you would like to be able to do them. So I really like these retraction helixes, like, over Titan Strength. Would have been nuts in that last turn there. Would have saved us the game. We have to recognize that our opponent is the aggressive deck, I think, and just concede to that fact, but not concede the game. So do we want this death touch thingy? Maybe. What are our other options? We could have Stratus Walk. A lot of his creatures, or 2 of his 3 creatures, did fly. Crypsis seems fine to me also. Yeah, a lot of the stuff in blue seems quite good. I like Horizon Chimera a lot. Alright, we're just saying we're not in this deck. We are... Wasn't there something in here that helped us? These might be better than the Vulpine Goliath, but I'm not jumping out of my seat about that. yet. Um. This card seems very good against them. Kind of sad I didn't draw that. Want to cut the Gorgon? Let's cut the Agent. Ugh. I could either cut the Agent or the Vortex Elemental, and I kind of just want all the options to get rid of their guys. Trample seems less relevant than just life, so I'm gonna do that. And am I still happy with the land base? Let's add an island. Done. Cut a mountain. Submit. I like to play first. Against this deck, yes. I think it's right to draw in this format, though, most of the time. Crap, man. We can't keep this. We can keep this, but it's not looking great. I hope I can rip an alternate land to forest, because this is looking a little bit grim for us. If we do rip an island this next turn, we're likely winning. Alright, I'm gonna get in for one because I can't block that, and there's nothing to do with our mana. And I believe I have to play on the next turn if I rip any land. Whoa, they're just passing. Gorgon's Head. What do you think of that? About that? I don't know if this is right, but certainly their creature is valuable, as is ours. We 2-for-1 them if they block. I think. No, we don't. God dang. Alright, well. I'll consider that and weigh whether it's stupid or not. Most tricks would have been a 2-for-1 in our favor. But maybe the correct play was just to sit back. I don't know. Well, we got the wrong land. So I'm happy I added that island in. Not that there's a ton of them, but I like to complain. Man, their deck is just so aggressive. Obviously not the quickest start right now, and had we not attacked with this, it would have been fine. Yeah, like, this is a card that I could have considered. I suppose I just... like, it had to be this card, right? This or God's Willing. I guess I should have understood that both God's Willing and Mortal's Resolve. They both completely own my guy there. Man. And they're stuck on land too. It's likely we could have won this game had we not done that attack. It's just highly upsetting. Well, we're doing this. Try and find any other land but forest. And we have to throw Kiora to the bottom now. It's just a rough game, man. Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, was it a punt? I don't know. I have no freaking clue. And if he has that tap creatures spell, I'm dead. And if he has anything in his hand, I'm dead. I have no way to gain life before next turn. I suppose I'll equip this and pass the turn. I imagine he's just tapping my 2 creatures and winning, so. And I mean, realistically, we could get in for 3 or something, but there's no point, is what I'm saying. Yep. And we're probably dead right here. Okay. Really? Ugh. Still no way out of this hellhole we're in. Okay, well, I'm going to concede and talk about the other play mistake I made, which was sending the Voyaging Satyr to the bottom. Let me say good game to this person. Get out of here, and we'll kind of meditate on our play mistakes for next game. Kind of almost want to talk over a replay of that, but yeah, so we mulliganed, which on the play is not the greatest, and obviously that opening hand with 1 more land would have been nuts. But we had to get rid of it. It was a much riskier keep than our previous hand, which was all lands, and I didn't want to just lose to the hand we kept. And you know, it's possible I could have used the exact same logic that I did on game 1, which was, hey, we have a handful of lands, and you know, we are likely to draw non-lands as a result of this opener, right? But in the case of that hand, any non-land that we draw, we're likely to cast, where the opposite isn't true. If we have a 1-lander and we're drawing, you know, lands here and there, like we're likely to draw more lands, but we have less lands to begin with, right? It's like 40% of our deck, 17 out of 40, so it's under half. We had 1 land, so we're very slightly favored. Like it's almost like a coin flip to draw lands there. So when we do draw, and I was not expecting to draw every single turn, but when we do, we are unlikely to be able to cast anything in our hands still. That said, we did have the Voyaging Satyr, so it was... I could imagine some people keeping it, and again, I don't think it's 100% wrong to keep there. So, I don't know. I don't think that was a mistake, but it's something worth considering. Like, you have to consider what your game plan is out of the gate. Our first play mistake was attacking, I guess. There wasn't really... The big thing from that is not that we missed out on a 2-for-1 and should have gotten it or whatever. The big thing from that is it was completely unnecessary to do the 1 damage. And I should have recognized that at the time. I believe that was the largest play mistake that we made in the game. However, I'm not 100% sure that we would have won as a result of not making that mistake. No, we would have. We would have 100% won, based on the board that was presented to us. they would not have been. If we keep that satyr, the following turn we can play 2/3/3s. We scry 2. Um, we likely send Kiora to the bottom because we weren't able to scry till way later. I don't know what we would have sent to the bottom, but we would have kept that dragon. We would have kept the mountain. I can't remember in what order we drew everything, but we would have been able to play either the next turn or the turn after. We would have been able to play the 3/3s, scryed, and then played a dragon thereafter with a death touch thing on it. We would have sailed to victory there if I had not been greedy, gone for the attack. And of course, my reasoning there, which, you know, if I had a different hand, was sound reasoning. And I should have been able to recognize that. Obviously, I'm like not a pro. Like, I do well at tournaments, but you know, mistakes like this it's unacceptable, I guess. Um, Sorry to be on this blank screen. Maybe I can go here. Here's some artwork I'm working on. I'll work on this while I'm talking. So, oh boy, we'll zoom out. Oh, it's so pretty. This is for Heroes Tears, by the way. Yeah, our last mistake was not keeping that satyr on the top, and at that point it was too late. But it's like, I don't know. Yeah, we just need to not be so greedy for the attack. We need to recognize that the satyr is not an aggressive creature. We can't be aggressive with it. One damage doesn't matter in that game. What matters in that game is being able to cast our bigger things that can actually deal with their guys. And by getting rid of the satyr, we completely ruin our chances at being able to survive that game. So, yeah. So those are all my thoughts, I guess. My computer's completely lagging because of the the recording. So I guess I will stop the recording and completely just obsess over my play mistakes for the next like few minutes and come back and not repeat them.